Good morning, children. Right? I'm Sendil Kumar. Today I'm going to continue our textbook syllabus, the healthy food, unit 8. Right? This is I'm going to do it. In the unit 5, I'm going to do it a description of the bar chart. Right? In the according to your textbook, this is one of the activity 7, I think. Right? Here in the bar chart is one of the compulsory question in your GC O-level exam paper. There's an option sometime, right? You have a letter writing or you have to write a bar chart. You have to describe a bar chart. This is the one of the prominent question. According to the examination department reports, I would like to show it, but because of the lengthy paragraph and description, I didn't show it. They are analyzers, examination department analyzers. Most of the student, right? This is an optional question. Optional mean the question number 14. A part is a letter writing. It may be formal or informal. B part is bar chart or pie chart description, right? Only these are the options. According to the examination department's evaluation report, they says, right, most of the students attempt this question rather than letter writing. Is it okay? So, even that most of the students attempt, they have to score. Most of the students score in the bar chart description only 2 to 4 marks, maximum 4 marks. Only 8% of the students scored more than 6 marks. According to the report, they say, be careful, right? Only 8% of the students get, actually this is 10 marks question, right? More than 6 marks, only 8% of the students, because they have to know, they have to make some error, right? Okay, I will discuss. I am going to discuss how to, right, describe the bar chart. Actually, the following bar graph. Here's one of the bar chart taken from your textbook. The percentage of the children who consume wheat-based food in urban area. Study the graph and write a description of it, right? Here, the percentage of children who consume wheat-based food product, right? This is a bar chart. Here, percentage of children. Here, what are the food items? First, if in the bar chart, while you are writing the answers, right? In your answer, they expect 3 things. First, introduction. It must. You should have an introduction part. Introduction in your, right? They expect in your exam answers introduction, right? 1 paragraph should be introduction. Don't write a 1 paragraph lengthy, right? Only they ask that write it about 100 words, right? Don't write a 1 paragraph, you can get more marks. This is a writing skill, you have to follow some. Even you know the answers, you have to write in a proper way. First paragraph should be introduction. Introduction means describe the physical features of the bar chart. Is it okay? Right? What are you going to do in the introduction part? You are going to describe physical features of the bar chart. Second, description about the bars. These are called bars. So description, finally, you have to write conclusion. In the conclusion part, don't repeat the description. In your, right? Here in the conclusion, you are going to your own opinion about the bar chart. Even 1 or 2 sentences, that's enough. I think the question is maximum 100 words, 100 to 150 words, right? They ask you. So this is the way you are going to write the bar chart. Here first day, that is why these questions, first two questions, first three questions, here see it in the textbook, are based on introduction. Have you understand that? Why, when you start to describe a bar chart, you are going to first write introduction. I told you, write an introduction. In the introduction, I mentioned you are going to describe physical features. What is that? What is the bar chart? How do you call this one? If you write, it's just like a mathematical way, if you write it, this is an y-axis is wrong. How do you call it this? This is an axis. How do you call it? This is actually called vertical axis. We use that particular term, vertical axis. That is why here they mention it. Then the other one, horizontal axis. Right? You have to use the proper terminology. They expected this terminology. Then some of the students, here they give it percentage of the children. Percentage, right? Sometimes they give it numbers. If they give a number, you have to write 10 students like that, 10 children like bread. If they give it percentage, you have to mention 10% of the student like that. While writing, you forget that always, right? So that's also you gave more prominent, right? In the introduction part, while you are writing an introduction, what is the tense you are going to use it? What is the tense? Introduction part, you are going to, when you start to write an introduction to the description of the bar chart, what is the tense you are going to make? The description, normally a description, we are going to use it simple present tense. So simply we say is a weaker student, what is that? Only the first sentence, you better write it, copy the question. Have you understand that? Or a weaker student, we tell that in the class, some of the teachers says, if in the first sentence, copy the question, little bit made little changes and copy the sentences. Here, the bar, cut it this word. The bar graph, see it, simple percentage, shows the percentage of children, right? Who eat, we can even who eat, or children who eat or consume wheat-based food in an urban area. That is the first sentence you are going to write it. Is it okay? Right? Copy the question, doesn't matter. Second, what information is given in the horizontal axis? Here, horizontal axis. This is a horizontal axis. We have to use it. What is the sentence we write it? The horizontal axis depicts, in the active form we can, horizontal axis depicts different type of wheat-based food in an urban area. You have to write in a full form. Don't write different type of food. Some of the students write it, the horizontal line depicts, don't write always shows, one vocabulary, don't repeat it. That is why if you use the one word shows, repeat and repeat, it means you have a limited range of, while they are awarding marks, you are considered, you have a limited range of vocabulary, so you can't get a full marks in the language part. In your marking criteria, they give it C, right? CLO. So the content, what are the point form is there, what are the fact that you ask that, if there you can get content marks, right? If it's a 10 marks, 3, 5, 2. This is the marking criteria, right? In the language, just limited vocabulary is there, you can get 2 marks because you have to only memorize it and copy that. If you have to read, that is why I tell you, you better, Miss Angren, okay. You better, Miss Angren, right? You better, is it clear? Can you hear me? Right. Okay. Right. Sorry for the, right? Technical error. Right, okay. Here, different types of vocabulary you have to use. Shows, depicts, right? Like that, you are going to use it. Different types of vocabularies. Right? So, even here in the exam, don't think it. This is, what is the difference between this? I said, the horizontal axis depicts different types of wheat-based food in urban area. This phrase, add this phrase, different type of wheat-based food in urban area. That's all. Only we have to copy it, not write it in your own. Sometimes here in the question, what is the form? What is the tense here? They use it. Passive form, simple present tense. Right? Wheat-based, here I will make it another way. Wheat-based food items such as bread, roti, biscuits, right, pastries are given in the horizontal axis. In different way, we can write it active, the horizontal axis depicts like that, or you can write it in the passive form. Right? Okay. Second, like that, what information is given in the vertical axis? In the vertical axis, don't write, vertical axis shows the percentage. Some of the students very lazily, right, write it. The vertical axis shows, depicts, indicates. You have to, if you read it, different answers, model answers, you can gain, right? You can get indicates, shows, right? Indicates what? The percentage of children, don't write like that. The percentage of children who consume with, repeat this, the fully you have to write it. Is it okay? In the full form you are going to write it. Otherwise, it's not a, right? Only if it write subject, verb, object, you can't get full marks. At least there you should have been, the writing should be impress the marker. Or sometimes you can, the horizontal line, and if you are good in language, you can use complex sentences. You can make it a complex sentence. That is very appreciated. Right? Okay. These are the at least 3 sentences you have to, these are the coming under the introductions part. Okay. Then we have come to the description of the body. Now we are going to describe the bars. When you start to describe the bars, right, we must use some adjective forms. Adjectives. We have to use some adjective. Already you have known that. What are the adjectives? Right? See. For example, adjective is many, number of students. So we can use the adjective many students. Right? The adjective many students eat, right, roti. So we can write it one of the adjective many students. Right? Okay. We are going to compare. Have understand that? We are going to compare two things. What is the comparative form? Many. Now we can't use it many students like that. Right? What is the adjective we are going to use it? Many. more. The comparative form, we use it more. More, right? More students eat roti than bread. More students eat roti, right, than bread. Have you understand that? Here, that is it, we use it comparative form. While we are comparing, we use it more. If we use the comparative form, we have to use it with than. Is it okay? When you start to describe the bars, you must use some particular adjectives. Adjectives in different types. Many, more. What is the superlative form? What is the superlative form of many? Anyone? Most. Excellent. The most is the one of the superlative form, right? So, what is the speciality? We have to use the article, we use it before the most. In front of the most of the students, the most percentage of the student, you have to write the most percentage of the children, right, ate biscuits, which is, right, 40%. We can write like that. So, before the most, superlative form, we have to use the article the. Comparative form, we have to use it than. In the superlative form, we call it superlative form, we have to use the article the. Otherwise, the grammatical, it is considered grammatical mistake. Now I ask you, this is countable, right? If it is uncountable sometime, much is an adjective. What is the comparative form? Price, they give it a price. For example, price and roti, they give it a something. The shows the prices of the food items which consume wheat base, like that. Prices and the wheat, the price, they give it the prices. Roti, 10 rupees, like that. At the time, we had many, much. Uncountable, we use it, the adjective much. What is the comparative form? Anyone? What is the comparative form? Pardon? Much in the comparative form. What is the comparative form? What is the comparative form of the much? Many, I told you, more than, more, most. What is the comparative form of much? For example, they give it a price. At the time, right, we had to use it much. What is that? Same. That is why most of you are not clear in the, right, adjective forms. First you should clear many, much, same, more, most. Right? This is very important in the bar chart description, bar chart, pie chart, right? Bar chart and pie chart descriptions are just like roll patties, same, but shapes are different. Content is same, your answer should be the same, only the introduction part. Have understand that? I will touch you later in the pie chart, right? You are right. You are sure you should write one of the description. So first you are going to know bar chart and pie chart, both are physically different, but when you describe, your answer should be the same, just like roll, patties, the content is same, the shapes are different. Okay. Now, many, much, I use it. What I said? Comparative form, both are more and most. Right? I will touch it one more thing. Okay, now I will ask you, right? Right? Another some of the adjective form I am going to introduce you. high. What is that form? Higher. Higher than. Highest. Is it okay? Okay. The price is very low. Low number of students. What is the comparative form? Low. No, it may be accepted, but we mostly use it. Lower is old form, not in use. Nowadays, very old form. Lower is wrong. Nowadays, not in use. What is the format we nowadays use it? Anyone? Low. Less. This one? What is the superlative form? Least. Right? Now, I change it like that. Right? These are the some adjectives you know. Right? In the bar chart, we have to use some adjectives. Now, I ask you the price. They give it the price. So, we use it the term expensive. E-X-P-N-S-I-V. Right? Okay. What is that form, comparative form you use it?
More expensive.
Yeah, excellent. More expensive, more expensive, most expensive. Right? For example, if it is a price, we say the biscuits are the most expensive food item in the bar chart. Don't think, right? You have to write like that. Now I want to write beautiful, one more. Beautiful. We are talking about the beautiful, not bar chart. Anyway, commonly I take it. Right. What is the word? What is the comparative for? More beautiful, most beautiful. One more related to your topic. Cheap. See, cheaper. Cheapest. I ask you, okay, have you understand that? Clear? All right? You are the vocabulary, already you are familiar with that. Now, I am going to ask you one question. Think it. Why some of them we add er, est for comparative form and superlative form. Some of the vocabularies, some of the adjectives, we add er and est. Why we add some more adjectives, we add most? Why? Why? What is the reason? Some of the vocabularies we add er, est. Some of the adjectives we used more, most. Why? Any other thing you have to think it critically? Anyone? Any possible? No idea, right? Because this is the idea. You need not memorize. Sometimes, right? When you write something, you have to find it whether it's correct. Here, according to that, first one, high. High is, according to the pronunciation, little bit difficult thing I explained you, but try to catch it. According to the pronunciation, I am talking about the pronunciation of this word, high, I. How many vowel sound, not a letter. This is a vowel letter, high. In this word, high, according to the pronunciation, this word has how many vowel sound? One vowel sound. How many? One. I. High, only one vowel sound. This is called syllable. How do you call it? The vowel sound in English we call syllable. See, low, right? Low, o. So, one syllable words. If it is a one or two syllable word, we add er, est. Right? Here, a, expensive, a, pay, expensive, e, One another syllable, right? A, P, E means Z. A, X, P, E. 3 syllable word. That is why more than 2, if it is a 3, more than 3, we use it more, most. This is called syllable. According this, right? Prefix, right? Sorry, suffixes are added here, right? According this, right? These are the technique. Have you understand that? Little bit understand? While you are writing, you have to decide that you pronounce it. This is one syllable word. So is ERES. There are so many words, you have to use it sometime, right? Okay. These are the description, right? Now I am going to ask you a question. The description part, what is the, when you start to write, what is the tense you are going to use it? Here, we can't say a particular tense. If it is a physical, once again, I am talking, if it is a, we are describing the physical features, we have to use it present tense, simple present tense. For example, see, the most eaten food item is, we have used it is, because physical features, right? Or we can write it, most of the student ate, we can write it different ways, only this is I can't, according to the question you have to think it, the same thing. First thing, you can describe the physical feature, how in the description we can write it, the most food, the most eaten food is biscuits. The most eaten food is biscuit. That is a present because it describes the physical features of the bar. If it is written like this, most of the students ate biscuits. This is based on your question. You can write it both ways, right? According to the question only, you have to decide that if they give it a past, you can use it past. Is it okay, clear? Only very prominent these adjectives, right? Now, right. Then we are going to write a conclusion. The conclusion part, what you write it, don't write once again, repeat these sentences. In your own opinion, what do you say? You say, most of the urban, in your own way, you have to decide and write. In your opinion, conclusion means, according to the bar chart, you give some opinion. The most of the students in the urban area prefer fast foods for their breakfast, such as biscuit, pastries, bread. So these percentage all are to add it and total it and tell it, mention it. So this is just like, so it is the urban area student health care is, or you can write concern about the health care. You have to write a conclusion, one sentence, most of the student, right, in the urban area prefer fast foods such as biscuits, pastries, bread. These are the fast foods. So in their health care, they are very, right, not concerned about their health care. The parents are not concerned about their something. You have to write one or two sentences like this. Don't write the most of the student is biscuits. Once again repeat, or don't write anything. Conclusion, in your own opinion, you have to say. Is it okay? This is the bar chart you are going to write. If you want to write like this, only you can get more than 7 marks out of 10. Is it clear? Right. Now I am going to take some past paper activities. Right. This is a 2018 paper. 2000 GC O level. You have to practice it. Right. Just 2018 paper. The following bar graph shows the result of survey conducted among 100 grade 11 students in a school about the choice of the subject for advanced level streams. Study the chart and write a description about their choices. The following words will give you, guide you. The adjective: more, most, less, least, equal, you know, right? That's also an adjective. Highest, lowest, right? Lower, reason only. Less, least, right? Both are similar, right? Lowest. You need not use all the vocabularies, right? First, introduction part, physical features, like that. Copy the question and introduction part. Then you are going to talk about what is the tense you are going to use it in the body description part. Describe that. Here you must use it only, not past tense. Only everything you have to use it the present form, because, right, survey conducted among the students who choice, they prefer, what they prefer, most of the students prefer, they like to follow future activities, right? So according to the question, you are going to use it the present form. Prefer, right? Like, these terms you have to, right? Prefer, these are the terms you have to use it. Prefer, like, right? These are the terms you have to use it. Next, what are the subject? Then compare, like that. If you use comparative form, you have to use it than, right? Superlative form, you have to use it. Now, these are, you have to practice it. Is it clear? I give it. Okay, I will give it. Please switch off your microphones. Okay, now just another past paper question, 2017, right? The following bar graph shows different bar. Already you know, that is why it's a single bar. You can write it simply. That is why I skip it. The bar graph, they, right, start like this. They guided. The bar graph shows the choice of the subject of the, copy the same introduction part. They start it, right? Then you have to start it where? What about that horizontal line? What about that vertical line? Right? Then the body part. And what are the courses available in the school? Right? Or like that. In the advanced level stream, what are the courses available in the school? Then you have to describe that high, higher, like that. This is as usual normal part. You can write it. I think so. Practice it. Here, right? You think I can, but you can't. Everything you put it in the black and white. Black and white means now on words, you are a grade 10 student, you have to practice it. You start to keep a one exercise book and started to write. In the exercise book, you have to do all the bar chart activities. You start and write it. Whether teacher correct or not, doesn't matter. You write it. Then only check it with the, if you have an answer with the past paper book, you check it your answers. What are the mistakes? Or if you don't understand, right, why this, they use this structure in the answer script. You read it. Then you put it without seeing, you write it. Otherwise, you think, I know, you make so many mistakes. That is why our examination department say only 8% of the students get more than 7 marks. Okay, now this is something, another past paper 2017, right? activity. I will put it in the activity. Quickly, I will just skip it. The following bar graph shows the leisure activities of some student of the southern province. Study the bar graph and write a description about it. Use the following words. Here, first I told you 1 bar. Here 2 bars each. Each game has 2 bars. They are girls and boys. Right? These blocks appeared in the bar is boys. The shaded color and the black color is boys. So, how you are going to write it? Same. Don't confuse it. If they write it, first you can write it introduction. Then you are going to talk about comparison. 1 or 3 or 4 sentences write about only boys. Sorry, about girls. About girls. First you come like that. Compare that girls. Then write some paragraph. One of the paragraph you write about boys. Then you have to compare boys and girls. Third paragraph, have you understand that? First paragraph, you are going to compare highest, least, equal, right? You are going to same sentence structure. If they give like that, first paragraph, what are you going to write it? About girls. This one is girls, blocks. They compare and write it among the girls only. Don't compare with the, otherwise you get confused. Second, write it, compare the, right? And write only within the boys. The boys like, what is that? Prefer swimming. Least number of boys prefer or like tennis. Equal numbers, no equal. Right? In the boys, there's no equal. Right? Or 2 or 3 sentences, that's enough. After that, now in the third paragraph, you are going to write it comparison with now boys, the highest. Least, at least 2 or 3, you have to write compare like that. In the third paragraph, boys and now only in the body part, you have to write 3 paragraphs. If they give 2 bars, you have to write like this. The sentence structures are like this. Then you have to write a conclusion, finally conclusion. Easily, without confusing, you can write it. Otherwise, you write some there, you are, right? Here and there, you are writing that without any ambition, you are writing. Is it okay? So, now this is the idea I explained you. Now I will give it one of the possible answer, not a correct answer, very short. See, the above bar graph shows the leisure activities of some students of southern province. Chess, right, activities in conclusion. This, you have the description, body part, introduction part, you have to use it, introduction, you have to write more. This is the introduction, you have to add more. It is obvious, most popular among both boys and girls with a percentage around 90. This only third part only I got it. Otherwise in the, right? In the slide I can't include that. That is why I summarize it. Only third part. Third part means boys and girls. The percentage of both boys and girls for swimming are almost equal, which is notable feature in the graph apart from other bars. Tennis remains the standard structures, you have to read it, remains at the lowest position, having 50% for girls and 30% for boys. Cycling is less popular than swimming. See, compare that. Cycle is less popular than, but it is more. What is how they use it? Coordinating conjunction, connecting, very prominent. If you write simple sentence, you can't get it much marks. Now you are grade 10, next year you are going to, right, sit the GC O level. So please, that is why here, and they use it. At least 3 or 4 conjunction you have to use it. Relative clause. Don't write it full stop at it. It is notable feature. Cut it the it. They use it relative clause, which is notable. Answer all of you know. Already you have studied that. I want to show how you are going to write it. If you want to get a more marks, distinction pass in English. See, they expect, this is one of the model answer, I got it from, right, the scheme, suggested scheme, but others too I omitted, you know, boys, girls, only third part, while all the sentences, see it, at least. Complex sentences. Don't write subject, verb, object. It is the highest, it is the least, percentage is. Only don't write like that. That is why I say you have to read it a lot and practice it. Don't write simple sentence. You can get 2 marks, maximum 2 to 3 marks. What is all the answer is correct, only write simple sentence, you can't score it. Right? In conclusion, it is apparent that connecting idea is connected. It is apparent that respective gender, both girls, boys are involved indoor as well as outdoor activities. How they are connected? Boys and girls are involved in indoor and outdoor activity. How they use it? It is apparent. The main idea is boys and girls are involved in the games. That is the idea how they use it in the sentence. It is apparent. Irrespective of gender, respective, negative, irrespective of gender, both girls and boys are involved in indoor activity. Is it okay? Clear? Right? Now, this is the activities for the bar chart. Right. Now, please, what are you going to do? You are going to take all the past paper activities. Take your GC O-level past paper and put the year in your exercise book, write it. The answers in your own way. Whether it is right or wrong, doesn't matter. Right? The structure should be, don't write at least 2 or 3 sentences now. You have to use which, and, but, while, when, as well as, at the same time, like that. You have to use it some, right? Conjunctions, relative clauses, and everything. Okay? Is it okay? Now I am going to wind up. Is it clear? Next class I will continue as usual. Right? What are the relative clauses? I am going to use it. Coordinating, conjunction, and everything I am going to continue. Clear up and okay? I am going to wind up. Clear? Bulangija padam? Anyone? Any other ideas? Oh? Solluvanume? Vindai bulangija padam customer irukka? Right. Now bulang adikku konume na seri okay. The right English class can have part audio. Just I touch it. Anyway, next class I will talk it in Tamil also. Right? Is it okay? Doesn't matter. You have to learn whatever you ask it. பிரியோசனமாக இருந்தது அப்பன் நான் ஏன்றதுக்கு தான் வச்சு சொல்லி கொண்டு போகிறேன். நீங்கள் உங்களை ட்ரை பண்ணி பாருங்க. ஓ ரைட். நான் அடுத்த கிளாஸ் நான் சொல்லி செய்கிறேன். ஓகே, நல்ல ஒப்பீனியன். குட். தேங்க்யூ. வெல்கம் ஃபார் தட் ஐடியா. எனி அதர் கமெண்ட்? ஏதாவது சொல்லணுமா அப்பன்? ஓகே, this time I am going to wind up. Right? Okay, next class I will meet again with you. Right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye.
அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் லிஸ்ட் வேணுமா?